One of the salient features of the Inca culture, mythology's understanding of the world, was that as in heaven above, so on earth. So the funny thing is that when the Incas, for example, looked at the sky at night, they didn't look at the stars, they looked at the dark clouds, and they saw fox, llama, and whatnot up there. And by building structures like, for example, this is in Tipon, water structures in the middle of nowhere, in a little lost valley corner up in the mountains, there is no logical reason to build this here. The reason for building these structures, which are seemingly, gravity defying and seem to serve no practical purpose, was to influence the heavens above. That means by building these structures down here on Earth, that they wanted to literally also shift the cosmology of the universe. As you can clearly see, the water comes from here, from up here, and over there, from up there. These were all sacred structures built in the middle of this mountainside. And that is one of the Inca features. Massive, ginormous sculptures in stone, that they would be able to control cosmology. At the same time, it was a show of sheer willpower to show the people they conquered, we are able to do this, so don't mess with us. It got to the point that when they had conquered Ecuador, Quito, that was supposed to be the second capital of the Inca Empire, and they were actually dragging stones from Cusco, big monumental stones, from Cusco to Quito, to build the next palaces there, the Inca palaces, with Cusco stone. And when the Spaniards conquered this area, the stones were left somewhere at the border between Peru and Ecuador. There's a little town that still has a lot of these stones lying around. So it was all a massive religious performance, political performance, a power performance, and also to influence the heavens above. That's how these people thought. And one thing that we need to also understand about the Incas is that they, like most cultures, had the myth of where they came from and where the future would lie. Like the Aztecs, they also had premonitions or mythologies that told them how long their reign would last. And when in Mexico the Spaniards landed, Moctezuma had heard that these strange people had landed, and it was the story of the coming back of Quetzalcoatl, which was the feathered serpent, which was also a sagely figure that had come and instructed humanity on technology, wisdom, and religion. And it was also a bearded white man. This was another shape of Quetzalcoatl. And when this would reappear, the empire of the Aztecs would be over. So he was really afraid, Moctezuma, what would happen. Incas had similar mythologies, and what they were trying to do with these constructions, remember, as in heaven, so below, as below, so above, they were looking to shift their destiny. That's why they built a lot of these structures, to literally shift the destiny of the skies above to stay in power. Most Inca constructions obviously have a deeper meaning, and in this case, many of these constructions, specifically if they have to do with water, also have to do with the dates or the year. And so this one, you can see, has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12 levels, which could actually have to do with the 12 months of the year. What one needs to understand is, imagine when the Incas came to town into your neck of the woods and wanted to conquer you. And again, they showed you, listen up, buddy, if we're able to do this and you live in your little culture, you know that you better join the cause. So what the Incas did was very simple. The usual show, they actually invited people over, said, have a look at what we're doing here, and it's pretty hot. So if you decide to join us, it would be a good idea. And if you do so, we won't give you a hard time. If you do not join us willingly, well, we're gonna blow your little housey down, put you in slavery, transport you to another area of the country, and you're gonna be a slave forever. But if you look at our stonemasonry and we can do this kind of stuff somewhere, you know that we're your daddy. Of course, part of the whole show was a friendly hostage take. You would have to give up your sons to be sent, just like in Rome, to Rome, or in this case to Cusco, to be educated in the ways of being a fine Inca nobleman. And you would have to give over the idols, which would be kept in Coricancha, in the Golden Palace. And if you misbehaved, well, your gods would get a slapping. Reaching the top of the structure, you can see that it opens up and up and up and up. You know, each scale goes up and up and up and bigger. There's a living structure over there, right here, and one right over here. This one's beautiful, better constructed. Why? Because over here, you're gonna see the bath of the Inca, literally where the chap used to come to take a bath. When you look around, the guy had his own water fountain, Versailles version, because water was literally flowing from all these canals. Look at that. Canal here, canal here, canal here. The man was surrounded by water fountains flowing all around and creating an amazing environment of a water palace. So when the guy felt like having a ritual wash, he came down here and look at that. Perfect example of Inca water management. Looking at it from above, Big Kahuna wakes up, decides to take the ritual bath, comes down here, and this is the beginning of the show. Always two. This is the classic Andean thing. Duality, day, night, woman, female, male, silver, gold. Duality, and then it splits up into 4 little channels, and this is where he could do his ritual ablutions. Imagine this when this was still all functioning, with all the regalia, with all the right accoutrements, and all, again, think water, in all these little rivulets coming down over there, over there, over there. You're surrounded by the gushing sound of water, of fertility, and then you have control over this calendar to take control of the cosmos. An incredible will to power.